Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. It's your brother Gadal from the Grimmon Stone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, just going to get into the importance of just being content with what you are given, right? Just being content. Because, the aspect I want to go into, man, you might not, no, you're just not going to be growing the way you want to, let alone be the kind of servant that you ultimately want to be in the names of Yahweh Bashem Shah, right? Because, there's things that you I know for sure, because I've dealt with it. I know other brothers deal with it. Now, there's things that you wish that you were just, instead of your weaknesses, that was your strength. You wish everything, all the stuff was your strength. Prophecy, ministering, exhortation, all of that, right? You probably wish they dang man, even within studying. Hell, you might be praying to the Lord to increase you, and he'll increase you, but he might not increase you the way you want it to be increased. It might be just, I'll just give you a little bit. All right, you just learn you might have learned another breakdown or something, or you done got more understanding on certain verses, right? And you be like, damn man, I wanted more, but it is what it is, and it's all for Yahweh Bashem Shah's purpose, man. Right? It's all for his purpose, man. How much he wants you to have, let alone, how much he wants you to have at that given time. There's reasons for it, right? Now, you may not understand them reasons, and the Lord, he might reveal to you the reasons. But understand there's a reason for it, man. And if with Romans 8:28, all things work good for those that love him. So if you love him, he's doing it for your own good. Him not giving you as much as you want, or more, it's for your own good, And say for you are blessed to have you be able to do all these things at a high level. There's something else that you're dealing with. Then there's something that's balancing that out. You can't. You're not finna. You ain't finna be on this high level and think that you ain't finna deal with shit. Straight up. Every brother walk is catered to them. Right? It's literally catered to them. And whatever hell a brother's going through, that hell is literally catered to that brother, whatever it may be. Right? It could be, fighting demons within the plague of the mind. Right? You might be able to do all these things. You might be, let me think of it, the parable of the 5 talents. You might be the one with the 5 talents, man. Right? You could do pretty much a lot of this gift. You've been gifted. Lord, really gifted you for real. Right? But it's something else that's, you're dealing with, whatever it may be. But it just really, I just want to go into, man, just being ultimately content with what the Lord is giving you and what he's doing for you at this very moment. Right? Because you right now, you are exactly where the Lord wants you to be. No more, no less. And you just continue to grow within that. However much the Lord decides to, increase you. Right? And all that's up to you. How about Bashem Shah, man? Hell, he puts in your spirit to study. And not only that he puts in your spirit to study, he'll put in your spirit how much you get from studying. Or how well you could go into it. It's all up to you. How about Bashem Shah, man? That's why it's so important to pray and just hope that he has mercy on you and being content with what you do got, man. Because you could really have nothing. Easier said than done, man. Because we always want to be better. If you truly love you, how about Bashem Shah, you always gonna want to be better. Because you know what we're doing. Because we know what we're doing is not enough. Even if you are, considered the 5 talents, prophecy, ministry, and exhortation, all that. Even if you are able to do all that, you're still gonna want to just be. Still, we know it's not enough, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and get 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I'm starting at verse 6. It says, "I have planted, Apollos watereth, but the Most High gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase." It's all up to you, how much you grow within this truth, right? Hell, you could pray, you can fast, you can do all these things to increase in the spirit or get better, immense amount, or however you do it. But it's up to the Lord how much he'll increase you, right? If the Lord wants you on this certain level, guess what? You're going to be on that certain level. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And there's reasons for this. And a lot of times you're just not going to be on the level that you want to be. I can speak for personal experience, man. If I'm being honest, I'm nowhere near the level that I wanted to be on. But, through meditating, pretty much just through meditating, watching lessons, praying and stuff, of course, just the Lord revealed it to me, man. Just like, hey, man, whatever level that he wants you to be, that's the level you're going to be. Doesn't mean that the Lord's not dealing with you, though, right? You still got the names. You still able to call upon the names. You still have that healthy fear. It's like, hey, man, at least I got that, man, right? Because the Lord, he can always just take it away from you. You can have, you could be the 5 talents. You can have all of that. The Lord can just snatch it from your ass, man. Sometimes, you gotta be content with being that 1 talent, man. Right? That one talent, but that 1 talent is very important. So don't feel bad if you're just not on the level that you want to be. Right? You're just not there. Right? Now, of course, you study to show yourself approved and whatnot. You do all these things, but let's be honest, it's ultimately up to the Lord. For one, if you're even going to have time to do all that the way you want to. Because a lot of times, brothers don't be having time like that. Brothers are hella busy. Now, you make time to the best of your ability, but the Lord, he's the one that allows you to make that time. It's just, you just can't make this up, man. It's all up to you, how about your own shot, man. All we can do is ultimately just hope that he continues to sup with us, man, and continue to allow us grow. Fulfill that Proverbs, the 4th chapter, man. How to just shine more and more into the perfect day, man. We just hope to continue to shine more and more. Even if you do just got 1 talent, man. Right? You just shine more and more. I remember something that Apostle Ramloff said. It was like years. It was some years ago. Years ago, man. It really stuck with me since, because it really helped me in the truth. He was like, for every, like, he basically was going to how every brother is like different, and how, like, in the beginning of the truth, that's when you grow like damn near the most, like immense amount, like big amounts, like pretty much like you would want to, growing big amounts. But then, you reach to a point to where, okay, you're not growing in them fat ass amounts anymore, right? You're growing in, let me say, what was it? Like increments. You get Lord build you a whole bunch up to a certain level, and after that, you're just growing a little bit. After that, just keep growing a little bit, just a little bit. And the thing is, you're still growing. You're just not growing as fast as you was, and that's okay. That's okay. And something I remember Pastor Ramlop said that, man. I was like, damn, man. It's like I'm really getting the full extent of that now, because I'm feeling it. I'm like, dang, man, I'm not growing nowhere near like I want to. Do the best you can through the power spirit, how about your own shot, but just not. And that's okay, man. That's okay, man. As long as your how about your own shot is dealing with you, you're able to do which was asked of you, or what needs to be done of you to the best of your ability, honestly, you good, man. Right? I'm gonna go ahead and get Romans chapter 9, verse 15. It says, "For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on them. On whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy." Ultimately, man, we just want mercy at the end of the day. Right? We just want mercy from Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Right? It's not based off, as we all should know, it's not based off how good you are in the scriptures, how cut you are in the scriptures, man. You can know all the breakdowns and still fucking fall out, man. It's already happened many of times. Elders, officers that knew the scriptures, right? Better than a lot of brothers. They knew scriptures better than that. That brother was deep, right? But he's in the world, man. Right? And Lord gave us these examples to let you know, like, man, Lord doesn't give a damn about how much you know. Now take that with a grain of salt, okay? Let me go ahead and clarify that. Take that with a grain of salt. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be studying and no, you should be studying. You should be reading, right? Doing all the things that are good for the spirit. What I'm saying is that you're just not gonna make it based off your work. It's mercy. It's mercy the fact that you're still here now. Because the Lord could have been like, I'm gonna build him up to the point and then I'm gonna knock his ass off. That's why it's important to pray that Psalms 51, man. What did David ask for, man? Man, cast not thy spirit away from me. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get it real quick. Here it goes, Psalms 51 and 11. Wait, 51 and 10. It says, create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me. Right? Which is stuff that, the elect's going to be praying. They're going to be praying that, Lord, give them a clean heart. In other words, keep it, man, being pure towards, having their intentions pure towards Yahweh B'Shem Shai, man. Right? Keeping their spirits ultimately right. Because Lord, he's the one that controls all that. And we understand that. Right? I'm going to read verse 11. Psalms chapter 51, verse 11 says, cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Right? So, we do not want to be casted away, man. We don't want to be part of the ones that the Lord didn't desire. We don't want that, man. Right? So, whatever the Lord gifted you with, whatever portion that the Lord has given, because everybody got their portions, and everybody's portions are different. Some more than others, and some are less. But you got to be content within whatever it is. Because, yeah, you could be gifted with more, which means what? More is required. And guess what? You get to deal with more demons. There's a balance to all of it, man. Wherefore, if you're gifted with less, man, right? Less. Hell, you still dealing with demons on that level. It's like, damn, like I want more, but I ain't got more. I want to be able to, be gifted with a bigger portion and be able to deal with it. But the Lord's like, nah, I want you right here. You got to be okay with that. And this, either way, man, it's not an easy fight either way it goes. That's exactly why you can't look at other brothers' situation and be like, man, his hell is easier. No, the hell is not. It's not, man. You have no idea what the brothers are going through, right? A brother you might look at a brother, you be like, man, he got money, he doing good, but bro, there's demons that he's dealing with that you just don't know about. And vice versa. It's like that for you too. It's demons you just dealing with, man. Sometimes it's more visible to brothers, but other times it's just not. Sometimes the brothers will never even know, because it's probably not the wisest thing for you to share. And it sucks. Don't get me wrong, it sucks. But That's just the cards you dealt. That's what you got to deal with. It is what it is. Whatever the Lord got you set at, hey, you're gonna be set at, and you're gonna grow in increments from there, right? Whether if it's on a higher level or on a lower level. But the bottom line is, man, at least you're on a level. Think of it like that. At least you're on a level, and you're actually increasing. You know, you can always be not on the level. Right? You can always be not a part of this truth. You can always not know the names. You could be a part of the truth and get kicked out, and now you're worse than the 2/3. All of these are things that could happen. You know, so just be thankful that you know the Lord, and the Lord and when you ask for the Lord to increase you, that He is increase you, even if it is just a little bit. He did it. He could easily not do it, right? And Lord is increasing us in ways that we don't even fully understand, man. Oh, it's like it. Goddamn bug. But yeah, man. You know, just be content with what the Lord gifted you, whether if it's a lot or a little bit. Be content, man, because it's all for His purpose anyway, right? It's all for His purpose. And of course, continue to strive to be better. Always try to be better. But with where the Lord got you at, be happy, because you could always be worse. You could not be here. If you can look at yourself a year ago, even a couple months ago, and see a change, then change in a good way, meaning be happy, be content, man. And these are things we can easily overlook, man, because we're always, you know, trying to do better. And you could quickly overlook that, you know, something that Elder Arnazi, he did a lesson on this some time ago. You can quickly overlook that you're in the midst of a prayer being answered right now. Quickly overlook that. Whatever situation you are right now, you're in the midst of a prayer being answered. Whether you asked it months ago, whether you asked it years ago, days ago, maybe a couple hours ago, you're in the midst of a prayer being answered right now. Because if you're praying all the time, guess what? The Lord's listening, and He's going to answer them. Right? So, yeah, man. Anyways, you know, Lord willing, y'all was edified, and, you know, exhorted some of your brothers, you know, have a better mindset, just being ultimately just content. Right? You can't go wrong with being content with what the Lord gives you, man. But it's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. It's far easier said than done. But yeah, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I'm in it all by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.